Good morning students, welcome back. I am Abrar Ahmed. Today we are going to start class 12th physics unit 1st electrostatics. So in previous video we already studied few chapters like charge, types of charge, electric principle of charging, quantization of charge, conservation of charge, property of charge, Coulomb's law and its property and its limitation, numerical based on Coulomb's law, electric field, electric lines of force and property of electric lines of force, electric dipole moment, it is denoted by P, electric field due to electric dipole, numerical on axial position and coaxial position. Now we are going to start our next topic, electric flux. This topic we already studied in previous video. Now we are going to start electric flux. Now our topic is electric flux. Our topic is electric flux. It is denoted by phi. Because it is electric flux, so it is denoted by phi E. So what is the definition of electric flux? The electric flux linked with any surface in an electric field is a measure of total number of electric lines of force passing normally through the surface, and electric flux is denoted by phi. So what is electric flux? If we consider a surface, if we consider a hollow surface, this is the hollow surface, this is hollow surface. If we put a charge q inside the surface, then we know charge is produce electric lines of force. So this electric lines of force passing normally through the surface, this total number of electric lines of force, this total number of electric lines of force is called electric flux. This electric lines of force is called electric flux. So electric flux is nothing but electric lines of force, number of electric lines of force. Electric flux is nothing but a total number of electric lines of force. Electric flux is total number of electric lines of force. It is nothing but a total number of electric lines of force. It is called electric flux. It is denoted by QE, phi E. It is denoted by phi E. Electric flux is denoted by phi E. But the condition is this line should be passed normally through the surface. Normally through the surface. There are two types of electric flux. There are two types of electric flux. First is positive flux and second is negative flux. So positive flux, when electric lines of force, these electric lines of force leaves the surface, they are going away from the surface, then the flux is called positive flux. If we consider a surface, this is the hollow surface, this is hollow inside, this is a hole. If we put positive charge in surface, if you put positive charge in this closed surface, this produce electric lines of force, and this line going away from the surface, this electric lines of force going away from the surface. So flux is called positive flux. And if we consider a hollow sphere, and if we put negative charge, inside the surface, so this electric lines of force coming inside, inside the surface, then the flux is called negative flux. So what is electric flux? Electric flux is nothing but a total number of electric lines of force. Total number of electric lines of force is called electric flux. And if lines going away from the surface, then it is called the positive flux. And if lines coming inside the surface, then it is called negative flux. So how can we measure flux? So our next topic is measurement of flux. Measurement of flux. Measurement of flux. Electric flux can be measured by this formula. This is the formula of electric flux measurement. So measurement of electric flux, consider the surface, consider a closed surface of electric field E. The electric field is denoted by E. This is the electric field. Consider the closed surface of electric field E and surface area ds. This is the closed surface. This is closed surface is called ds. This is ds. And electric flux is given by electric flux. We know electric flux is denoted by phi e. Electric flux is denoted by phi e. It is given by E ds cos theta. And according to definition, these lines will be passed normal to the surface. If they are passing normal to the surface, then angle theta equal to 90 degree, because they are passing normal to the surface. So when we put phi e equal to E ds cos theta, at the place of theta we will put 90 degree, and we know that cos 90 is 1. Cos 90 degree is 1. So phi e is equal to E ds into 1. This is the actual formula of electric field, electric flux. This is the formula of electric flux. Electric flux can be measured by E ds. E is the electric field and ds is the small closed surface, and phi e is the electric flux. So electric flux can be measured by E ds. Now our next topic, solid angle. Solid angle, it is very small topic. It will use in Gauss theorem. Gauss theorem is our next topic. So solid angle, the angle subtended by a surface, the angle considered by a surface at a point is called the solid angle. This is the nothing but an angle. This is our solid angle. This is our solid angle. It is denoted by d omega. It is denoted by d omega. If we consider a closed surface, this is our closed surface S, and this is the small surface, and this is the hollow surface. If we put positive charge at point O, and this is the distance r from O to this surface ds. So, but this is the angle between perpendicular and electric lines of force. This is the angle theta. Then solid angle d omega is equal to ds cos theta upon में r square. ds cos theta divided by r square. This ds is the small surface. Cos theta, this is the theta angle between normal and electric lines of force. And this r is the distance between O and this surface. So this is solid angle. It will use only in Gauss theorem. It is nothing important. It is not important. Now our next topic is Gauss theorem. Now our next topic is Gauss theorem. Gauss theorem. Gauss theorem is one of the most important topic for 12th class. It is also important for NEET and other competitive exam. So what is Gauss theorem? Carl Friedrich Gauss, the full name of Gauss theorem is Carl Friedrich Gauss, gave a law which show a relation between electric flux, and we know that electric flux is denoted by phi E. Electric flux through any closed surface and net charge present inside it. If we consider the hollow surface and the total charge, net charge is Q present inside the surface, and we know that the total number of lines of force, electric lines of force, is called electric flux. So this electric flux, this is the total number of electric lines of force, electric flux phi, and this is the total charge present inside the closed surface. So Gauss theorem, Gauss gave a law which show the relation between this charge and this electric flux. So Carl Friedrich Gauss gave a law which show the relation between electric flux through any closed surface and net charge present inside it. This is called Gauss theorem. What is Gauss theorem? We can understand according to this theorem. The net electric flux, we can write electric flux. The net electric flux is denoted by phi E. The net electric flux through any closed surface. This is the closed surface. According to this theorem, the net electric flux through any closed surface is 1 upon epsilon times. It is very important. 1 upon epsilon times of charge present inside it. It means this is the electric flux phi E is 1 upon epsilon times of charge. According to Gauss theorem, the electric flux is 1 upon epsilon times the total charge present inside the surface. When we multiply 1 into Q, it becomes Q. So phi equal to Q upon epsilon. Where epsilon is the permittivity of free space, or we can say air or vacuum. It is the permittivity of space. It is the constant permittivity of. It is the medium constant permittivity of space or air. So Gauss theorem, according to Gauss theorem, the total charge, the total electric flux is 1 upon epsilon times the total charge Q present inside the surface. This is called Gauss theorem. This formula can be derived. So now we are going to start derivation of Gauss theorem. Derivation of Gauss theorem. Now we are going to start derivation of Gauss theorem. Suppose consider a closed surface of charge Q inside it. Suppose a point charge Q is placed at a point O. This is the point O inside a closed surface. Suppose a point charge Q, this is the charge Q, is placed at a point O. This is the point O inside a closed surface. This is closed surface S. And intensity of electric field E. This is the intensity of electric field E at point P, as shown in figure. This is the diagram of Gauss theorem. Now we are considering a closed surface and Q charge present inside it, and it is the distance of R, and we already know this is solid angle d omega, and this is the angle between normal and direction of intensity of electric field. Now electric field is given by the electric flux, not field, flux phi E is given by, we know that formula of electric flux phi E is equal to E into ds. This is the formula of electric flux. We already studied in previous video. So if this is the angle theta between normal and direction of intensity of electric field, so we can add cos theta phi E is equal to E ds cos theta. This is the cos theta we can add if this is the angle. Now we know that E is the intensity of electric field and the formula of E is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square. This is the formula of intensity of electric field. We already know in previous video. So we can put this value at this place. So phi E is equal to E, and what is the value of E? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square, and this is ds and this is cos theta. Now we can separate. Phi E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught this Q and ds cos theta upon R square. ds cos theta upon R square. We can separate R square in denominator of ds cos theta. So we know that this is the solid angle. This is the formula of solid angle. We know that, we already know solid angle d omega equal to ds cos theta is divided by R square. This is the formula of solid angle. So we can put dw at this place. Phi E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q, and this is the formula of solid angle d omega. This is solid angle. Now we can put this Q here, and this is d omega. Now solid angle for closed surface, closed spherical surface, solid angle for closed spherical surface is 4 pi. Solid angle for closed spherical surface is always 4 pi. So we can put phi E is equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught d omega. And what is the value of d omega? 4 pi. This 4 pi can be cancelled with this 4 pi. So phi E is equal to Q is divided by epsilon naught, and this is the formula of Gauss theorem. Okay, net flux passing through any closed surface is 1 upon epsilon times of total net charge present inside the surface. This is called Gauss theorem. This is called Gauss theorem. Here first chapter of first unit is completed. Now we will start second chapter of first unit, electric potential. Unit first, chapter second, electric potential. So let's start.